Now, best driving song or artist? A personal favorite would be Conway Twitty's Big Town, like heavy guitar, and it's like a great one to
that would be really great.
hit the roads with.
Well, before we started the Cramps, we got one of these new gizmos called a cassette player, and we'd set it on operate on batteries, and we'd set it on the seat. And we'd always drive around. We'd be listening to Flamin' Groovy's Grease and More Grease EPs because they're just, they were on drugs and they're just like 90 miles an hour amphetamine thing. We just drive into that, listen to that, mixed with the driving rockabilly songs and stuff. And Modern Lovers, some of that kind of stuff. Well, no, I guess Modern Lovers, that was a little bit later. But we were still driving around then.
With the radio on, yeah.
Yeah, and frantic rockabilly, Ray Harris, Come On Little Mama, that kind of just frantic thing while you're speeding through traffic.
Ray Harris is my favorite photo. He's got that sailor hat on, the cigarette. It's like it's not the Ursula Hickey. It's for me, it's Ray Harris.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy's going to kick my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those Sun guys, I think, are going to kick your ass. And that's why, another thing about the 50s people, those guys are dangerous people.
Yeah.
It's a good thing they're kept busy making records because they just seem like they're ready to go off.
Well, there's some great liner notes in one of those Link reissues that talk about the knife fights in these clubs outside D.C. It was like a rough crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a girl that she got all when she saw us at CBGB. She started going out by Jack Scott the way I walked by and all these records, and all of a sudden she was wearing poodle skirts and fuzzy dice and all this kind of stuff. She says, "I'm going to go down there. I'm going to go down there and interview some of these guys and everything." And she came back like 2 weeks later saying, "They all tried to rape me."
Good for you, boys. Come over here, honey. Sit on my lap there. Yeah. Now, we've covered driving songs. What's the best part about coming home?
Being able to drive, because when we tour, we're on a bus and we don't have a car. And that's nice because it makes it easier. You can sleep on a bus overnight. But just being behind a wheel, that's the best part of getting home. And we can't wait. We'll even do it just to get our bags. I said, well, we'll get a cab to get your bag. And you're like, no, I want my car, And
that's the best way to listen to rock and roll in a car driving.
Yeah, I know some different record producers would throw stuff on cassettes and listen to it in a car because that's where most people are going to listen to it.
We always do it.
Yeah, we hear it in different ways. At home, we don't hear the detail that we hear when we're in the car. Somehow, when you're right there in that small space with it, it's just there's just all kinds of stuff going on that I guess when you're home and you're messing around doing things, or you just don't hear everything.
When you're in a car, some way you can tell that this is a dud. Or, wow, this is great. This is the best thing that ever happened. You can tell.
Then there are the occasional records that just totally lock in when you're driving, and all of a sudden you're excited and revitalized, and it's 2 a.m. or whatever, and you're, You ever do that? Listen to one song over and over and over again?
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
There's a song by the Fleetwoods, a cappella version of Unchained Melody. It's like, talk about a great vocal group record. It's unbelievable. It's a cappella. It's unbelievably amazing. It's like drugs, that song. It's really great.
I think the one I play the most over and over is Time Funnel by Jan Davis. There's something about it. I have to play it again as soon as it ends, over and over and over.
Yeah, I always love those stories of Phil Spector clearing out his house with guests by locking in on one record. And playing it at deafening volumes.
We did that when our neighbor's house went up for sale. When there were certain people looking at the house, ones that like if they had like kids and stuff, we were like blasting the most satanic thing out our window we could, and it seemed to work because we got cool neighbors there, and they babysitting our cats. But
I forget the name of that record. It's some kind of really dumbass heavy metal song that's like just the worst thing that you ever heard. And no one could like it.
Yeah,
the band that made it probably didn't like it. It would blast that. You'd see, and they'd turn around before they got the front door.
I had a Neighbor Warfare CD, the World Saxophone Quartet. It's just like a ton of saxophones bleeding as loud as possible, and that really sends a message. Just like a ferocious, angry roar. Yeah. Now you mentioned you have cats. So what are their names?
Torchy. Her nickname's Shorty. Cleo, Cleopatra. She has a few nicknames. And Opal, who's kind of feral, but she's friendly with us. She was feral for her first year. Torchy and Cleo are sisters.
All right.
We can't tell. Opal might be a monkey. We can't tell.
Yeah. He calls her Squat because she's part squirrel and part cat.
A simian bastard.
Yeah.
Now, Halloween's coming up, of course. It's got to be a favorite time of year for you.
Definitely.
Any notable costumes over the years that were favorites?
I just like putting on a dress.
Sure.
Any old dress. But I got a great one. I found it in Knoxville, Tennessee, in a junk store there. Ivy found it actually, and said, "Here, this is you."
This is you.
It's like something Liberace would wear at home. It fits me perfectly, and it's like a photographs of material with buckles and straps all over it.
Photograph of leather.
It's like polyester. Yeah, photograph of leather straps.
Wow.
It's really great.
Where will you be debuting this gown?
In San Francisco.
Okay. Very good.
We're playing there with Davy Allen and the Arrows.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
He's a real hero.
Certainly is Dennis.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
His UFO is certainly a great out-of-control record.
Well, Lex and Ivy, thanks so much for crawling down here into the Furline Fallout Shelter and talking.
Thank you. Boy, it's wet in here, though. Jeez.
It's a little damp, and I apologize for that.
He's got that clammy indoor-outdoor.
What is that smell?
Sorry about the lizards, too.
You guys, how many Hootenannies have you played?
This is the third one.
And what do you love about the Hootenannies?
It's just a gas. It's just like the coolest people who come to it. The audience is the best part.
We played one Hootenanny 35 years ago. We're vampires, so we played one 35 years ago with Peter, Paul, and Gomez. But that was after Peter, Paul, and Mary broke up, when Gomez took over for a while. It was a great show.
Great. Now, what have you got for the audience tonight? What are you going to pull out of your magic bag?
I promised him I wouldn't pull it out.
Yeah. Just a bucket load. We got a bucket load for him tonight.
Yeah, you guys always take it to the limit.
Yeah, well, we keep remarking the limit.
We only have first and third gear, so we can't do anything else.
Now,
stuck in overdrive.
How does it feel to headline a festival like this?
Oh, it's okay, but
natural.
all the bands are natural. Yeah, it's as it should be.
Now, are you guys going to put out any new, a new CD? Do you have one out?
Well, actually, we have a rarities, a double CD set coming out in September of on Vengeance Records, our label. It includes the very first rehearsal we ever did. It has our third show ever at Max Kansas City, where we're being heckled the entire time. Just a variety of crazy stuff, radio jingles, just weird stuff. 2 CD set, September.
Now, what do you guys think of the false morality that's in media right now?
I never understood the word morality, so I couldn't tell you, but you mean about all the censorship since Janet Jackson pulled out her tattoo or whatever it was? You got to expect that every once in a while they calm down, forget about that, and then it comes back again. It comes in waves,
Really? Has it ever been this extreme?
Maybe it hasn't been. It's pretty extreme right now. I think we're under the radar of that kind of thing anyway, but yeah, it's probably the most extreme that I remember it being.
I think we're too intelligent for those kind of people that are upset by that kind of stuff to know what the hell we're talking about, We use, what do you call that when you're talking about one thing but doing another? When you're saying...
non sequitur.
They don't think they know what that means. I don't even know what it means.
How should I know?
Wow, listen to that bass. Can you guys hear that bass?
Yeah, I hear that bass. I feel it.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, tell me about the gold teeth.
This is my first set of gold teeth. I went through 3 sets of white teeth and kept breaking them, but the gold teeth have lasted now for several years.
We have our own label now that we put our records on, Vengeance Records. Vengeance Records started in 1978, and we put out 2 singles and then never had it again. And then in 2001 we started it up again, and we put out our last studio album on it, and that's what we're putting out these rarities on.
How is the internet treating the Cramps?
Well, we still have a website. We're working on it. We're a little slow. We're very slow, but I don't know. It's treating us. It's full of rumors.
Yeah, you guys are definitely on there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of sites dedicated.
There's a lot of really amazing fan sites, which it's good since we don't have our own up, because that's kind of at least help fill in a gap, and give people information.
Now, how long have you guys been together?
Since the first time we played was November 1st, 1976. And we started playing in the beginning of 76.
So about, what, 30, almost 30 years?
Well, whenever 76 was.
Closing in on.
I'm not a mathematician, so I don't know.
I know,
think
me
it's
neither.
less than 30.
I'm really bad with math.
Yeah.
But, I mean, why do you feel you guys have had the longevity when so many other bands just kind of fade away?
playing
How
real
should
rock
I
and
know?
roll.
Yeah.
We're playing real rock and roll. It's timeless. You know, rhythm and blues. It's timeless. It always sounds good.
Oh, that's a band. No.
Now, you guys have some new members in the band, right? Or a new drummer, right?
Oh, we do. We have Buster Bateman, who was with the Blasters and Blue Shadows, and now he's all ours. We've known him for 20 years, and I don't know what took us so long, but now he's with us.
And we have Chopper. He's in the band. He was with the Mau Mau's and Mr. Bad Wrench and stuff. He's been in the band for 3 years now.
Whatever happened to that chick bass player you guys had?
Candy Domar, she's in Andy G and the Roller Kings in New York, band with her. It's her husband or boyfriend. It's a good band.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But our new CD will have all them Ancient Zombies on it when that comes out.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, several of our exes will be on that.
How many CDs? So is this a one CD or it's like a box set?
It'll be a 2 CD set. It's called How to Make a Monster.
Nice.
It's all about how to make a rock and roll band. So people are supposed to listen to it, and when they hear how rotten we were when we started, it should inspire them to think they're not so horrible. And I don't know if that's a good thing to do or not, but that's what we're doing.
Now, do you guys have a family now? Kids?
Here it
No.
is.
No. Oh, she's gone. No, that wasn't mine. But no. Just cats, 3 cats.
3 cats?
Yeah.
Did you ever think about having kids?
No.
No. How about you?
No, we're too busy.
Yeah. How much time does this take up of your lives?
Well, it is our life. It's what we are. So it 100%. And we give 100%. So
Have you seen any of the other bands play today?
not today. We got here so late. We almost didn't make it because of that long. We didn't expect that traffic.
Yeah,
So we
it's an
only
hour and a
got
half to get in.
Yeah, we got here about a half an hour ago.
Did they give you a hard time?
Who?
The security?
Oh no. Did they give you a hard time?
They tried to give us a hard time, but we ripped them a new one.
Oh, with that? Oh.
Excellent, excellent. Good work.
All right.
You own all the rights to your old catalog?
To a lot of it, not all of it, most of it. Yeah. We do.
So it reverts back to you, though, after a certain amount of time, right?
Well, no, just what we have reverted back, and some of it we bought back with our money, and but some of it will never revert back. The stuff that was on IRS won't revert back.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So what about a brand new studio record from you guys?
Well, the last new studio album was last summer. I guess next year will probably be the next one, but we're not working on it right now.
We released an album half a year ago called Fiends of Dope Island, but we're going to start working on another one as soon as this upcoming tour is over, which will be this fall.
So what's next for you guys?
4th of July, fireworks, set the yard on fire.
Where do you call home?
Glendale.
Really?
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna actually
Up in the hills. We're Glendale hillbillies.
Are you gonna do the fireworks thing?
Oh yeah, we're gonna set the yard on fire.
They're trying to outlaw the fireworks completely.
Well, they can try.
That's why we're doing it.
We've been seeing rock and roll bands ourselves all our life. We love, I guess it comes from the Velvet Underground, it comes from the Stooges, it comes from the Dolls, it comes from Screamin' Jay Hawkins, it comes, I guess a lot of the black, darker side of rock and roll, I guess some people would put it that way, although those people I mentioned are all multifaceted people that have to do with life. I don't know why we're drawn to that particular kind of image, it just seems to be the way we are, come from a lot of different places, horror movies, sex,
I think mixing violence with glamour goes really good together.
But I think those people that are accusing us of putting on this show or something like that are people whose lives are so boring that they think no one could be like this, and
who think people don't really act like there's nothing natural about acting this way, They can't conceive that it could be for somebody.
I see somebody walking down the street in a brown 3-piece suit or something, or any kind of stereotype you like. It looks fantastic to me. I can't believe someone's life is actually like that. To me, that's fantastic. Someone can be that boring. So it's kind of sick humor, We'd like to bring a little more sick humor back to rock and roll. Rock and roll is just way too healthy these days. It's horrible. It's obnoxious, All these rock stars doing good all over the world and everything,